And welcome to another episode of Just a Bit Outside. I'm your host, Steve Ely, and along with me, as always, my co-host, Wes Cook.
And another one.
What is shaking, my brother?
Man, another day. It's beautiful Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there. We appreciate you and all that you do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, we do.
And they do big, big things for all of us. They're the reason that we can drink on Sundays, have those garage beers.
Couldn't do it without moms.
That's right, man.
Could not.
So much appreciation to them, and we just want to send our thanks to you. So on a Mother's Day edition of Just a Bit Outside, we are going to bring you all that is NBA playoffs and catch you up to speed on what's happening in baseball today, and maybe our latest bets, as I am on a heater.
You're on a heater. You can suck it.
You haven't even been betting. It's on you.
Because I am on a cooler. And so I am holding off for a minute.
On the cooler. I like it.
Man, can't get any colder than me right now.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. We go through the spells, man, and you just got to figure out what gets you over that hump.
1 assist, 1 point. That's what I need. And I ain't getting them.
Dude, I've not seen as many as bad beats as you've had in a long time.
I catch them.
It's rough, dude. It's rough. I hear you.
Like, I would rather just completely miss.
Well, yeah, like lose the first leg. Don't give me the last leg, and I need 1 assist.
Yeah, don't give it all to me.
It sucks.
Don't give it to me and be like, nah, you can't have this.
Yeah, right. I hear you, man. Nah. As we are live streaming right now with the Pacers beating the fuck out of the Knicks right now, and I gotta tell you, man, I couldn't be happier. And as much as I appreciate the skill level and just the talent that Jalen Brunson has right now, I can't stand the amount of flopping that dude does. And we've witnessed it.
No,
today.
we've seen it. We've seen it.
Like while we're watching this thing,
we've seen it.
It's awful.
He's terrible at it. Like,
I mean, he's good because he's been getting calls. Don't get me wrong. He's good at flopping, I guess.
But you blow on that dude, and he fucking falls.
He falls over. But I will say in this game, though, they aren't calling it as much as they have in previous games, you know?
I mean, the NBA has gone not even semi-soft. They've gone to a softer.
It's soft, dude. It is soft. And we've noticed it for years at this point because we talk about like what Jordan had to do to be successful. Jordan got destroyed going to the lane, and that's why he had to be so creative to get to the bucket and, score at the bucket.
Look at anybody that played against the Pistons. From 85 to 95. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. They're getting destroyed.
No,
You're not going down the lane.
If you got in the lane, and they kind of brought it back in the early 2000s too, with like the Ben Wallace and
Rasheed Wallace. Yeah.
Chauncey Billups, Tayshaun Prince, that team. Oh,
I liked it. I kind of liked it.
Team. I liked it when they won a title. I was a big fan. I mean, granted, Tayshaun Prince was one of my dudes, and so I was all about it. But
they were only scoring like 90 points a game.
Yeah, they didn't need points.
No,
defense was ruling all, and see that was the last bit of the league that had any kind of integrity when it came to defense.
Can't play defense like that anymore.
No.
Everything that they did would be a foul.
Uh-huh.
Everything. And I mean, not even close.
So damn annoying.
It's
That's why this is so enjoyable. Like the Pacers are up 35 with a minute left in the third. They're about to break triple digits.
Yeah.
There's 99.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're gonna be over 100 going into the fourth.
You're right.
Which is just crazy.
And the Knicks sitting at a lonely 62.
And at this point, if you're the Knicks, why you still got your main guys on the floor?
Well, yeah, no, you're not coming back.
You ain't coming back from this.
No, rest.
Just take that. Just put them on the bench. Throw the white flag.
You're right.
Indiana's going to throw their guys out. Once you do that, Indiana's going to do it too.
Indiana's going to do it sooner.
Oh yeah.
They're going to do it at the beginning of the fourth, probably being up 37. What's the point?
Yeah. They'll give
Here they go.
Yeah.
Jeffries is coming on for the Knicks. When's the last time he saw Glock?
Never.
Right.
Mid-season.
So, but that's what we're talking about. I mean, this soft-ass league right now, it's annoying to watch teams play the way they play, just trying to get calls rather than make the shot, right?
Trying to get calls instead of trying to make the play.
Yeah, make the play. Because that's what, the guys in Jordan's era, that's what they did. And then people want to talk about, like, oh, Jordan had, like, Hornacek guarding him. So Hornacek was legit.
Ron Harper.
Guarded.
Ron Harper was legit.
He was.
And he was with the Clippers?
Ron Harper has, 7 titles?
Something stupid like
that.
Or
no, it's Bob Horry.
Bob Horry. Ron Harper's got a few because he actually was on some of those Chicago teams.
He was, and the Lakers teams.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but now Big Shot Bob, not to be confused with Big Job Bob.
Big Shot Bob has tons of titles.
Yes, 7.
It's that whole.
7.
It's that whole.
Right.
Yeah, that whole thing. Do you want his number of championships or his pay, or do you want one of these other guys? Like, do you want
the career,
Dame's career money and the champion without the championships?
Tell you what, man, he could have made. Bob Horry could have made.
People's playing
more
now.
Money, but I'm saying he could have made more money than anybody in the league ever. He could have had like Tobias Harris money, right? Mm-hmm. Are we gonna talk about Tobias Harris in fucking 15 years? No, ain't nobody gonna even remember the dude. We'll remember how bad he was, especially in big moments and like being a third option for a team.
Awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
That's what you're talking about that, but when we talk about Bob Horry, we're talking about this dude was a legit piece to 7 titles. To 5 of them, but
his 2 in Houston, he was a legit 3 contributor.
Yeah.
Like
even with the Lakers, he was legit.
Yeah,
that's what we're talking about. Like his legacy is greater than Tobias Harris, and Tobias Harris is made way more money in his career than Bob Horry ever did.
It's that ridiculous Austin Rivers shit we've been having to listen to all week. Oh, well, I did this and I made more. No, dude, you got guaranteed contracts.
No one cares about Austin Rivers.
And they have to spend that money in the NBA. They can't just fucking lowball dudes. They have to spend 93% of the salary or something like that, 92%.
Yeah.
So scrubs like that get contracts.
What was that dude that Dallas signed for a huge deal? It was like 10 years ago. Wesley something.
No, well, look at the money they gave Hardaway Jr.
Yeah, that was a bad contract too.
They
but
that's what
that's what the Sixers are looking at. They signed Tobias Harris. Granted, we were looking for him to be a solid 3, and he had legit.
He was a solid contributor up until they gave him big money.
Yeah,
and then it was just
Oh,
I got my big money. I don't have to do nothing now.
But that's what's happening. It's crazy. Like, I'll just get this big deal because I'm the best person that's out here, and someone's got money to spend.
Well, it's the fact that everything is guaranteed in the NBA.
Well, yeah,
and that's the sucky part about it because these guys. I know they play a long season. I get all that. But with the way they load management today, rest guys, and then Tobias Harris, there's no way that dude deserves $40 million a year.
No.
No.
He hasn't
Never.
earned it. Look, you saw Game 6 this year, right?
Yeah.
How many points do you have?
Same amount as I did.
Exactly.
Same amount as I
Me
did.
and you scored the same amount of points Tobias Harris did in Game 6 this year.
And we had a lot more fun doing it.
Yeah, I was probably drunk. I was drunk because the Sixers was losing.
But I mean, that's what it is. It's just, you don't. I think they would incentivize those contracts a little more instead of making them completely guaranteed money.
Well, make them guaranteed when you hit a performance goal, right?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Incentivize it, saying, hey, if you do this, this drops in. You do
Yes.
this drops in.
I agree.
That's what's wrong with these guys. They get all this, oh, well, fuck, dude, I'm getting $45 million whether I play 3 minutes or I freaking score 30 points.
Well, what's the meme that's going around right now? Ben Simmons spent 210 minutes at the Met Gala.
Yeah. And he only played like 165
something minutes in the whole season.
Yeah.
Like, this league's soft.
Dude, Ben
Soft.
Simmons is terrible too.
Nah, dude, he's the worst.
That dude.
I tell you what, man, he's a dude that deserves to be punched in the face by every fan that comes across him, either in New York or Philadelphia.
That
guy is a waste of money. Why he hasn't been cut and blackballed from the league at this point is beyond me.
Do you want me to tell you why? Because he's what, 24?
No, he's older than that.
How old is he? He ain't much
28,
older.
29.
You think? No way, bro.
He's been in the league a minute now.
Yeah, but he was 18 when he got into the league.
Yeah, but he's been
He might be okay.
26.
He might be 27. Might be.
He was born in 96. So
27.
28
28 right now.
28.
28, depending on when his birthday
He'll
is.
be 28 in July.
Okay.
July 20th, he'll be 28. So I was right. I was on point. Why are you second guessing me, Steve?
Hey, bro, I got to argue.
Don't second guessing me. Don't be second guessing me.
I should have listened because you're a Phillies guy, Sixers guy.
I knew. You
But
had
he's
me
still-
second guess,
he's
like,
still
did he get in
is-
the league later than I thought he did?
Yeah, but he's still like in NBA terms prime of his
Young.
career.
Well, this is where he should be at his prime. He should be killing it right
You're
now.
right. This is his prime, the
But what he is
26
that
to
he's
32 range.
But he's the joke of the league.
I know. And the sad part is somebody's still going to pay him.
Then no one's going to pay him.
The
at this
Nets are
point.
still
Who's
fucking
gonna-
paying
who's-
him.
Well, they have to. But they thought they got a steal because they got rid of Harden. And they're like, all right, we got a guy that has a lot of upside. Let's see. And what production has he given Brooklyn?
Nothing.
None.
Nothing. How many games has he
Zero.
played in? 35?
Tops.
The entire time he's been there?
2 years. He's been there, 2 years and played 35 games?
Something like that?
Fucking stupid.
Ridiculous.
Actually, what? This was his third year, right?
Yeah.
Shit.
Maybe 35, 40 games total in 3 years. Just
Ain't worth a dime. Not worth a dime.
ridiculous.
If he got cut, ain't nobody give him a deal.
Somebody would give him a deal.
They'll give him a deal.
Somebody would give
They
him.
give him a deal. So they would sign him on the dotted line, but they ain't going to sign him for some big money.
Somebody's still giving that dude 25 mil.
Over 5 years?
No.
A year?
Yeah.
Who?
Somebody will.
Who?
Somebody would.
No. I don't think so. I think the way everybody's seen this guy play out in Brooklyn,
He needs to be
no one's
incentive-based.
biting that bullet.
He needs to be incentive based. Hey man, if you can play X amount of, we'll sign you for this, but it's only on contention that you play X amount of games.
Is that not what we're talking about?
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. It's like if you make it an incentive-based contract, by all means, yeah, I think someone would sign him for that. But a guaranteed $25 million deal a year? No one's giving him that. No one wants that because he's going to find a way to be hurt. He's going to find a way not to play basketball. This guy is one of these he doesn't new
care about
generation. No, yes.
Doesn't care.
It's one of these new generation of kids out here that think they get a participation fucking paycheck.
Already made his 150 to 200 million already?
Easy.
Something like that.
He's made money. It's ridiculous, man.
I could play as many games as he could. Right now. I probably scored more points.
Probably is productive. right?
Yeah. I got 6 fouls to give.
Neither one of us are in shape, so we all we do is give fouls.
I could goon somebody up pretty good.
That's what we're here for. We're the goons, baby.
I could do it. I could do it.
I'm just here to hack a shack.
I'll hack a whoever. Whoever you need me to hack. I'll just flying body cross somebody.
Just smack somebody right in the face. Oh, man, I was going for the ball. I swear.
Jalen Brunson coming down. I'll just fucking tackle him. Boom.
You wouldn't have to do anything. Just blow on him. He'll fall over and you get the foul. Oh, Jalen Brunson fell over. Oh, foul.
Bow. Yeah. I'd be a hell of a towel waiver for $5 or $6 million.
The Knicks are 4 of 30 from 3-point line today.
And that's how you get beat by 30.
It is. You can't connect from beyond the arc, dude. You're going to be in trouble. They're down 40 now.
That's the one stat you can look at, and you can see, like, you see that stat, you know they ain't winning.
Well, you can't you can go back and look and see, like, what offensive rebounds they got. And if there's an astronomical number there, all right, maybe it's close. But if you see a disparity, then you're like, oh, you got your ass beat.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's one of those.
Ass got fucking beat.
It's also one of those games. You see a team hit 19 or 23 pointers. Ooh.
Yeah, you're like, ooh.
They smoked somebody.
You got smoked. I bet this game was by 20.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. And that's the thing about, like, some games you watch, and I've seen them. I saw some of those games being a Carolina guy and watching J.J. Redick play at Duke, and they just get hot. Just get freaking hot. But anyway.
So knowing this stat, and we know the Knicks aren't going to shoot this bad of a clip, right, going forward, right? I mean, maybe they will. Maybe they will. I hope they do. Honestly, I do. I mean, fuck their flopping asses. But do you really, like, there's no way they're going to shoot this bad of a clip going forward, right?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. So do you still have belief that the Knicks make it to the Eastern Conference Finals?
I wasn't 100% sold on them in the first place.
I haven't been. I really thought, like, the series would have been the Pacers in 5 or 6. Which it still could be. It still could be, but I'm more likely to say this one goes 7, if anything.
Yeah.
Or the Knicks take it in 6.
Yeah. I mean, I hate Brunson's flopping.
But
if you take that aspect of his game.
Yeah, right. But you're talking about there's been so much attention that's been brought to his flopping and the bullshit calls that have been going in favor of the Knicks, really. We're not lying.
No.
Now, everybody on the outside sees it except for Knicks fans. We're talking about this has been a very lopsided called series this whole way.
Yeah. It's been Knicks favored.
It's been very Knicks favored. Now, does that mean the NBA catches it and says, "Oh, we need to pull it back a little bit," or does it kind of go forward and continue to do?
NBA is going to keep doing the NBA, just like the NFL, is still registered as entertainment.
Well, yeah, of course it is.
They control it. They know what's going on.
Sadly, that's the case.
I mean, they knew. I mean, look at the whole the ref point shaving. What was that guy's name?
Oh, back in the early 2000s.
Yeah. They knew about that stuff. They knew what was going on.
Tom something.
They knew it was going on, and it was bad, and it was terrible, and it's probably still going on. Explain to me how you get all these teams coming back from like 20 points. It didn't happen that way. I mean, I understand the 3-pointer has kind of changed. But
I feel like a 20-point lead's never been safe in the NBA. Even going back into like the 80s and 90s, you saw teams come back from that deficit because there's so much time, and these are professional players. They can change a game plan like that.
Yeah, but you didn't see it at the clip that it happens now.
Now, it is a higher clip. I agree with you there. That it is a much higher
Like it was,
clip.
oh man, this team was down by 20 and came back. Oh, and now it's like every other day somebody was down by 20 and came back and won.
Yeah, but I mean, but I wasn't shocked as much as I would be like in college basketball when you saw a team down by 20 and a team came back and won the game. In some cases, they win by 5 or 6. You see teams come back from a 20-point deficit in the NBA and win by 20.
Yeah, you're like, what the?
How's there a 40-point swing?
Yeah. easy. It's called 3 from 30 from 3-point.
Got ice cold at the wrong time.
Dude, 72 to 108. God damn.
Yep. Pacers are rolling. I wonder what Halliburton's got today. I didn't even pay attention.
Probably don't even matter at this point.
No, it doesn't matter. I don't care who's scoring the points as long as the Pacers are winning right now. So, the other game tonight.
28 minutes, and he's got 20 points.
What's his assist and rebound ratio? Or assist and rebounds looking like?
6 rebounds, 5 assists.
Hey, he's not really at a high clip today.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's they're beating him with a team effort. McConnell, the point guard, he's got 15.
Yeah.
Toppin's got 14. Turner's got 13. Siakam's got 14. It's a group effort. They've got multiple guys scoring.
Respect. So we got another game tonight. Minnesota, I mean, the first 2 games, rowdy, right? Just
I did not see that coming.
neither of us did. I mean, because we're looking at defending champs, right? Defending champs. And we're talking about that new blood when we talk about the Timberwolves and being a team that's, you know, new to this whole experience. Like, we're not, like, when you talk about Minnesota Timberwolves overall as a franchise, you talk about them as being doormats.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, all right.
Tim Duncan has more wins than the entire franchise of the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Exactly. So that's
and
what
Tim
we're
Duncan's
talking
been
about.
retired for 8 years.
That's sad, right?
Yeah. I learned something this week about Minnesota. I did not know.
They're up against the Great Lake.
No. No. You'll like this too.
You didn't like my joke?
You'll like
some
this.
standard geography for
I
Steve.
I get it. Minnesota's president of basketball operations was the GM that put this Denver Nuggets team together.
Ooh, that is good info. You've been reading.
Yeah,
You've been doing research.
I've been doing some. I've been doing some
Making
reading.
the pod better, man. That's what I'm talking about.
So what's crazy is he
Earning
built
that free
team.
99 paycheck you get.
Yeah, he built that team, built this team, and still hasn't won Executive of the Year yet. How'd that happen?
Oh, excuse me? What?
Yeah. But I mean,
who won it this year? OKC's?
Probably.
I mean, that would make sense.
It makes sense. It wouldn't hurt my feelings if that's who won it.
I mean, we got another argument about OKC and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get to that one.
When we talk
I've
about
got multiple arguments for some of these
gripes.
awards.
There's some gripes right now. Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, he built these two teams. And then the first move he made as the T-Wolves vice president of operation was the trade for Rudy Gobert. Which I still think that's crazy.
Everybody thought it was a bad trade.
I still think it's a bad trade. But at the same time,
defensively, he's helping, right?
No, he's helping. He's helping.
Like, I mean, that's what you go get a Rudy Gobert for. You don't go get him for offense.
Yeah, but at the same time, when he made that move, he didn't have an Anthony Edwards.
You're right.
He didn't have an Anthony Edwards. He did have a Carl Anthony Towns, and that's what he was kind of looking for. Hey, let's take some pressure off of him down low, and then he can do his work.
Well, yeah. You're not overexerting
right
to do the defensive things that are necessary to be successful here. So that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's just like.
I mean, Gobert is, almost 13 rebounds a game. I mean, that's exactly what you're asking for this guy. I mean, that's what you traded for him. A guy to get the blocks per game and get the rebounds per game.
Rebounds, be a rim protector.
Be the rim protector and make guys scared to come to the rim.
Yeah, and any points that he adds is just a bonus.
Yeah, you're not looking. He's not. You've got plenty of other guys. Conley's going to find open guys.
He brought Mike Conley in. I mean, that's
a big move.
That was
and the thing is you kind of thought he was washed at this point. Like, I'm not saying he's washed because obviously he's not. But when you talk about Mike Conley, you're thinking, this guy's not this.
What Conley
He's a
is
little
at this
past his prime, right? Yeah.
What Conley is at this point? He's a crafty vet.
He is a crafty, but
He's
fits
a crafty.
this
He's a
system
crafty vet.
so fucking well.
He's a crafty vet on a team of young players.
Yeah, exactly. You need that leadership in the locker room, and you need this guy to be out on the floor to show you how it's done. And he's doing it.
Yeah.
And the thing is when you look at the leaders in points, leaders in rebounds, leader in assists, they're all three different guys when you talk about the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yep.
And you turn that around and go to Denver, there's one guy that leads the team in everything.
Oh, yeah.
And that's Jokic. I mean, granted, that's, his case for MVP this year, his third one. Congrats to you. I think the NBA has rigged the MVP voting anymore, so it's bullshit because the last two you've won really you didn't deserve, in my opinion. But neither here nor there. He's doing great things.
Yeah, but if you take him off of that team, what kind of team are they?
Okay.
Are they a lottery team?
Are we going to talk about this now?
No, I'm just curious.
No,
I'm
just saying,
asking.
are we getting into it right now?
I mean, if you want to.
Because this year, for instance, we both agree that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander should have won.
No, I'm not. I agree with you 100% on that. But
Right?
at the same time, like,
No, I'm saying, and you pull Shai Gilgeous-Alexander off of OKC, do you think they're the number one seed?
No.
You pull Jokic off this team, of course Denver's not going to be the same team. We know that. But which one's more valuable to the team? And if you go by stats, you go by success, wins above replacement, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has proven to beat all that.
No, I agree with you. I'm not just.
The only thing he didn't beat him in was rebounds per game this year.
Yeah.
Or blocks. But he's close.
He beat him in assists?
Yeah. I think so.
Nah.
He was like 9.5, right?
Who, Jokic?
No, Jokic I think is around 9.
Shai had 9.5 assists.
I think so.
And averaging 30.
He's carrying the ball.
Man, we got to look this up.
Well, Jokic averaged 26.5.
I got to see this. Got to see it. Got to see it.
Maybe off, but.
Yeah, you off, man. Jokic averaged almost 9.5 assists.
Pull it up. Jokic averaged 9 assists this year.
I'm looking at 9.4.
I'm looking at 9. With 3 turnovers a game.
Oh, that's postseason. Hang on. Let me look at regular season. Sorry. Let me get myself strange. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad.
Establishes shit, Steve.
All right. He's still more. Shai did drop 30, though. That's pretty nice.
On average.
Mm-hmm. Pretty damn nice.
So even if he averaged 7 assists, we're still talking about that evens itself out, right? Because he averaged 4 more points a game.
4 more points a game. What about the rebounds?
Well, we know he wasn't going to hit the rebounds.
He ain't going to hit that.
But steals per game, 2 per game, I think, for SGA.
SGA's got 2. Jokic is 1, I think, if I'm looking right. 1.4.
Oh, wow. That's a lot more than I thought. I've been listening.
They did average the same amount of blocks per game, though.
Yeah. That's crazy, right?
At 0.9.
I mean, 1 block a game is crazy. I mean, it ain't. But the thing is, no, actually.
When you're going from point guard to a center.
Yeah. One guy that doesn't even live in the lane.
Mm-hmm.
What's crazy is a guy like Victor Wembanyama averaging 3.6 blocks a game.
That's why he should have been Defensive Player of the Year. They didn't give it to him because he played on a shit team.
No, I know. I get that.
That's 100% why they didn't give it to him. That's one of my gripes. We'll get there later. But no, I think Shai probably should have got it. Should have been MVP.
Well, yeah.
Should have.
Obviously.
But it's that whole, we need to see it again. That's what it is from him. Jokic has been the same guy for
sure, but I mean, it's
4 or 5 years now, correct?
A little much at this point.
But it's true, right? He's been the same. It's pretty much been the same stat line for the last 4 years.
Well, no, he's consistent. I give you that.
They want to see it again from Shea.
SGA at 6.2 a game. I thought he was at 9 for some reason. I must have saw a wrong stat or mixed him up with somebody.
He'll get there, man. He's a young, up and coming star in this league.
He's 24.
Yeah. A star.
He still should have won MVP. Plain and simple.
Probably.
30.1 points a game.
Like I said, the stat that I gave you this week, he's the only player to average 30 points a game and make his team the number 1 seed in the West and not win MVP.
It's nuts.
So, it happens. It happens. There's a lot of those things I didn't really like.
He had 5.5 rebounds a game, 6.2 assists a game, block a game, 2 steals a game.
Yeah, he was tied for first in steals per game.
Mm-hmm.
Tied for first. I did not realize that Walker Kessler was second in blocks.
Yeah, right? Yeah, that's your Carolina dude.
What the hell? No, he's an Auburn guy.
But you got to talk about SGA led the league in steals per game. Him and De'Aaron Fox both had 2 a game.
Mm-hmm.
It's nuts.
Just, I don't know.
I mean, technically, you can make even an argument for Luka Doncic.
You can make a big argument for Luka, bro.
I mean, averaging 9.8 assists a game, 33.9, almost 34 points a game.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure he's top 15 in rebounds, too.
And steals.
He averaged 9.2 rebounds.
Yeah.
But Luka's a different animal. You know what I like about Luka? It's the whole thing where they had the game last week that they barely lost or something, and he came out and said, he had like 30, almost a triple-double. It's like, I didn't do enough to help Kyrie.
I mean, dude's humble AF.
Like, just like ridiculous. Like, what?
Isn't that crazy?
I like him.
I'm a huge Luka fan.
I like him.
Yeah.
And what's really weird is, like, I'm not super huge on Kyrie as a person, but as a player, his game is fantastic.
Oh, he's great. He's phenomenal. There's no question about it. But, I mean, a guy that thinks the earth is flat is a fucking idiot.
I think they're a very good yin and yang.
No, they are. Yeah, you got the big personality, and you got the guy that's kind of quiet and does his thing.
They're a piece away. I don't know. They are a...
Talking about big men. Big man. Yeah.
That's what they are. That's what they're missing.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the backcourt solidified. It's that front court that just needs that one piece, that one guy that you can go to when the outside game ain't happening, and you can just force it inside. Give
them a guy like Bam.
Well, P.J. Washington is the reason they won their last game. So he's evolving into a piece that could be what you're looking for. He's not that guy right now.
No.
But, I mean, that's a solid move for them this year and turning him into what he has been this year.
Well, they got him in, like, when Charlotte was in sell mode. They knew they weren't going anywhere.
No.
They're just trying to collect assets.
But that was
huge. That was huge.
It's proved to be a big move.
Yeah, that was a huge move.
I mean, I watched a lot of P.J. Washington. I mean, he's a Kentucky guy, so of course I
did. Yeah.
He's turned out to be a lot better pro than I anticipated. And I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
Very happy for him. I'm happy for any Kentucky guy that really makes things happen. It's like SGA. Never would have ever guessed that he would be an MVP caliber point guard.
He is balling out.
Oh, he's the best Kentucky product that's on the floor in the NBA right now.
Dude, that team's only going to get scarier.
Mm-hmm.
They're only going to get scarier.
Yeah.
Because they've got the assets. They've got the draft picks. They got draft capital. They want to go out and get like a strong veteran piece.
Be fine.
They could get it. Or they could just say, screw it. We're just going to keep rolling with what we're doing.
You could, and they keep drafting guys and putting guys in places that you didn't anticipate having guys.
Well, when you got
developing guys and letting guys go, like, I mean, you're talking about, like, I know Josh Giddey's not going anywhere for a little bit, but let's say, and I talked about this probably last podcast, is that this is a guy you can let go of and replace him immediately.
Yeah.
So you don't have to sign that big deal.
Nope.
You know?
You do not.
I mean, it's
sir,
the same thing with
not.
P.J. Washington. You could let a P.J. Washington walk later, and then you're signing another dude to come in and fill his shoes immediately.
It's...
Or you're drafting a guy to do that. OKC is going to win a title in the next 5 years, guaranteed. They're going to do what KD, Westbrook, and Harden couldn't do.
You know the sad part? We're talking about... We already know they're a super young team. You know, we already know this.
Yeah, Carolina had a starting five
that was older than this.
Yeah.
Their oldest player that played on their roster at any point this year,
29.
Was Gordon Hayward.
Oh, he's 32, right?
At 34.
34.
They've got him, Bismack Biyombo.
Ooh, Biyombo's got to be old, too.
He's 31.
Damn. I would have... Oh, dude, I would have bet you money he was older than Gordon Hayward.
I would have bet you money, too.
Yeah.
Would have bet you money, too. And then Mike Muscula.
Muscula's been around.
But he's still only 32.
Right, I know, but he's been around.
It's just, man, they loaded with Kentucky guys, huh? They got 3 of them.
Yep.
But, I mean, they're super freaking young. Their stars are young. I mean, they literally... I personally think they're, like... I don't think they win it this year. I think they could get close. I think
if they put it together and figure it out, they could win.
They're a veteran piece away, bro.
But I think when you talk about another year, yes.
They're a veteran piece away.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see them. I don't even know where you go veteran piece. Where do you get it? Do you get it as their, like, 6th guy? Their 6th man?
I mean, you could blow this thing up and get LeBron this year. I mean, that sounds like something. I bet KD would come back to OKC because they're doing better than he ever did.
Well, LeBron could opt out.
KD can.
Yeah. Fucking ridiculous, dude.
Actually, you know what? KD would be a good piece right here.
Good veteran piece.
A guy that can score for you. A guy that's going to fill in a spot, but he has to come in and know his role.
Yeah, but
he has to come in and know this ain't his team. He ain't the guy, and we got other pieces in place that are going to get us where we need to go. We need you just to be that veteran leadership and the guy that can come in and get us buckets whenever we're struggling.
Yeah, but would KD stunt the growth of a guy like Chet Holmgren?
No, because Chet's still going to... He's going to still stretch the floor. He's going to make defenses play out to him because the man can hit a deep ball.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with KD, you're going to slide into a 3 here. Right? I mean, that's my opinion. I mean...
Who is their starting 3?
Their starting, was it?
Is it now Giddey's listed as a shooting guard.
Right.
Are they starting Haywood?
No.
Let's look at their depth chart.
No. Hayward is playing very minimal minutes.
It's Dort.
Oh, Dort, that's right. See, that's what I'm talking about. You play him at the 3?
You can play him as 3.
Tell me, you play KD at a 3.
That's a shitty 3 matchup. Question though is, can KD
play LeBron at the 3?
Yeah, but Dort's 6'4" playing at the 3.
I mean, you're talking about a weak point of this fucking starting.
Yeah, but can KD guard a 6'7" 3 anymore? A young
LeBron could.
LeBron could. Yeah, but at this point, in this point, honestly, LeBron is a point power.
Oh no, yeah, I know what you're talking about. He's a point forward, but we don't need him to be a point.
Nah.
That's SGA.
Well, that's the problem with LeBron. LeBron wants the ball in his hands.
But he wouldn't get it here. You got to know your role. If you want to just win a ring and you're going to play a role.
It's LeBron.
I know what you're talking about. We're well aware.
It's not him
It's the
playing
same
a
thing
role.
with KD. KD wouldn't play a role.
No, KD ain't
But
playing
I'm
a role.
telling you, if you had a piece like that and the guy that would play that role, those two guys would come in and immediately make an impact. But they have to play that role because that's what makes this team work. This team knows they're young. This team all knows their roles, and they share the productivity. We talked about this last week. They produce as a team. They don't produce as one better than the other. SGA does, have the point output more so than anybody else. But yet Holmgren's coming in and doing things. Josh Giddey's doing things.
You know who can put this team over the top, and you're going to think I'm crazy when I say this? Gordon. Aaron Gordon.
He's young enough.
He's young enough. He's not a ball-dominant player.
No.
Good defender.
Yeah,
good rebounder. I mean, he ain't leaving Denver. Don't get me wrong. He ain't going nowhere.
It's not a bad move, though.
But, I mean, he could be one of those guys that could change this. Not that it really needs changing all that much.
I mean, you're the one seed in the West. You don't need a whole lot. You just need development, really.
That's what they really need. They need development.
Let's sit pat and see what happens with these guys, right? But, I mean, if you're looking for immediate impact and
they got 55 draft picks before 2030.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Utilize your assets and do what's going to make this team better immediately. You figure out the three. The four is Jalen Williams, and I think he's going to be phenomenal. You just let it be. I think the three. You figure out the three.
Yeah. Chet's not going anywhere. I think Chet's going to be fine, too, because Chet, Wemby, that's that new mold of center.
You're right.
That's where it's going.
That's where the NBA is going with it. No problem. I mean, you leave Chet right where he is. Chet's played like what you expected from his rookie year. Yeah. And this is basically his rookie year.
I mean, Zach Edey, what is going to happen with him is honestly...
Drafted in the second.
Nah, he's going to be a first-round pick.
You think so?
Yeah. He'll be a first-round pick, but what he is going to be, don't look for any kind of point production out of him. He's going to be a low-point guy, high rebound, high rim protector.
Kind of like Oscar Tshiebwe-esque.
Yeah. That's what he's going to be. I mean, does he have the tools to score in the low post? Sure, but no one does that anymore.
No one plays that
that's
inside-out game like that. It's not going to work that way.
No, but if he is willing to accept the fact that, hey, you're happy with me if I grab 15 rebounds a game and block 3 or 4 shots?
Right.
I can do that for you all day long. I mean, his footwork's not bad for a big guy like that.
No, I mean, he showed it all year this year. I mean, everybody knows Zach Edey can ball.
Well, the crazy part, he's only been playing 7, 8 years?
Yeah.
Something like that. Something stupidly...
He started in high school,
Yeah. Started in high school at the
16, I think.
What's that? What is that academy in Florida?
Not Oak Hill. That's in Virginia.
IMG?
IMG, that's it. You're right.
The IMG Academy?
IMG Academy.
Which he didn't even see time his first 2 years.
But sometimes that's what it is. My buddy never played a lick of basketball, and he ended up going to a Christian college in Kentucky. And so he ends up on campus, walking around. Basketball coach sees him. It's like, good God, man. My buddy's 6'10".
A big guy. Yeah.
He's like, hey. He's like, you play basketball? Like, no, man, I never played. He's like,
you do now.
It's like, oh, well, okay. And I mean, he started playing basketball. And the funny thing is, this guy is not coordinated at all. And I'll tell him to his face. Amos knows. I love Amos to death. That's my dude. And he's like, he'll tell you he's not coordinated at all. But we played a couple of rec league games together. And the touch the man had learned in just the short amount of time that he played basketball was phenomenal. And just how much more dominant he can be against your normal day-to-day average Joe.
Can't teach 6'10", brother.
You can't. You can't teach 6'10". And the fact that you could just teach a simple hook or just a stutter step in the lane to where he can just get an easy layup and just put it over your average 6-foot dude. And it's crazy. And, I mean, I watched him do it. I think Amos had 20 points that game. And I'm just sitting there like, shit. And here I am just being as wide as I can be out there. And everybody's like, this guy can't go left, this guy can't go left. And I can't. I honestly can't. I am right-hand dominant point guard if I'm playing point. And, I mean, I feel like I'm a pretty good distributor of the ball, but I cannot dribble the ball that well. Yeah. Like, and if I'm going against some guys that have played any kind of competitive basketball, I'm going to get dominated. Well, and it showed that game for sure.
I mean, I played, you know, we've talked about this before. I played against some really big guys, some guys that played D1 ball. And, like, I also played with guys in, like, my neighborhood where, you know, it was a bunch of guys my size and better, you know?
Yeah.
A little taller. So, like, I had, like, a little bit of a low post game for a guy my size. Like, I had developed a little bit of a baby hook.
Yeah.
And stuff. So I can shoot that. It didn't work very well against dudes 6'5" and taller.
Well, yeah. I mean, you still can't hook a shot over a guy that's got 5 inches on
Yeah, you can't do it. But, I mean, it did. But, I mean, you teach a guy 6'10", just that. A little bit of catch the ball, either right or left, either way. Because, I mean, a little baby hook, right-handed or left-handed, it's the same motion.
Yeah.
It may feel awkward for a second going left, but, you know, you take 300 of them a day for 6 months. It feels the same after that.
No, he had it. I mean, I was amazed watching him. I was like, this dude would drop a beer when you hand it to him. You know what I'm saying? Just because he just couldn't coordinate the hand-eye coordination wasn't there. Oh. But when you put a basketball in his hand, it looked natural as shit. I was like, how long did you learn? You know?
I played for like 15 minutes.
And I was just shocked watching him play. I told him after the game, I was like, dude, that was awesome. He's like, yeah, man, I only played for a little bit, but I picked up a lot, you know? Yeah. And I mean, we're talking about a Christian school that taught him this. Imagine, you know, what a guy at Carolina or Duke or Kentucky or anybody could teach him. If
dude, any
elite level coach.
I wouldn't even go elite. Go any lower level mid major.
Yeah.
I mean,
what if you were able to get the work ethic out of Amos that he could really utilize? Or, I mean, just the work ethic out of him, really. I think because I don't think he really cared about the sport as much. But like, if you can get a guy that had the work ethic, and that's not a knock against Amos at all. It just basketball wasn't his love, and I get that. You know, it's not. You know, he was just kind of forced in. He was like, "Oh, you're 6'10", you're playing," and with him, for the amount that he learned, and just how natural it looked to him when he was playing, I was like, just imagine a guy that just cared about it. Dude, so, you know, a guy that would care about it.
If I was 6'10", I'd been in the league. I promise you.
You had the work ethic.
Dude, I promise you. I would have been in the league. Yeah.
Well, that's good. And that's what I'm saying.
But again,
like,
you know,
Amos,
I'm not.
Amos just didn't. It wasn't his thing. You know, he just kind of was like, "Oh, I'm tall, so someone's gonna make me play basketball." And
I didn't need 6'10". Made me 6'6", 6'5". I'd have been in the league. I care.
And sure. I mean, that's what it takes. I mean, it's really the determination and the work ethic and a lot of natural ability. But I'm just telling you, just the what amazed me was just the minimal amount of teaching he received and how good he was at it. Yeah. And I can't tell you, like, he was just better than the average guy that was on the floor because of just the minimal experience he had out there. I was shocked. I was so impressed. It just floored me.
Well, that's why you see some of these big guys when they get in the league. When you see them working with, like, Akeem Olajuwon or with David Robinson or Tim Duncan when they're in the league. Because you can't tell me Wemby's not getting time with these guys.
Yeah.
Especially Robinson and Duncan. Like, you know he's getting. Which, at the same time, it's like, hey, look, we know your skill set's a little different than ours, but we can help you with your footwork here, here, and here.
Well, no, it's still going to be important. I mean, you still need that.
I mean, he's a freak, bro. He's a freak.
He's the unicorn of the league.
Like, him.
Oh, to cap off my story about Amos, we can finish up the game. And, we're playing with a bunch of his, but I knew, like, one other dude on the team. And we're all, I'm dying. I'm like, I'm in no shape to be playing basketball at this point at all. I'm probably 20 pounds heavier than I am right now. I'm just like gassed from just what we did. I'm like, huh. Amos looks around. He's like, so y'all want to go smoke a bowl? I'm like, dude, this is the last. I need some fucking oxygen.
Dude,
I need to breathe. I'm about to go outside and just suck in this fresh air.
I was kind of like
And
the same way.
You're trying to get high as shit right now. I'm like, no, dude, that's not me.
When I was playing in my mid-20s, I told you the club I worked at, we used to go play ball and then play like in a rec league game. Rec league. I'm literally in between quarters, standing by the outside door of the gym smoking cigs. Like I was straight up Eastern European at the time.
Vladdying it
Yeah,
up.
I was, bro. I was. Let me get my cowboy killer in. I'm good to go. Let's roll. And I'll give you 10 to 12 minutes of solid running.
Fucking Vladdy Divac
Oh, yeah.
out here.
I'm in.
Ripping heaters at halftime.
I was just missing a hairy chest and a gold chain. It'd been on.
I got the hairy chest. I could get the gold chain easily, but I ain't ripping no heaters, bro.
Nah, that was back in the day. Guys I played with like, how the hell do you go smoke a cigarette and then come right back out and ready to play? I'm like, it's called I'm young.
Yeah, no,
I'm young at
it's
the
called
moment.
over that Vladdy workout plan.
That's it. Give me a cheeseburger, 2 cigarettes, 2 glasses of wine. Let's go.
All right, so there's
Who was it? It was it Steve Kerr that tells a story about going and having lunch with Tony Kukoc?
Yep.
And he talks about how he ate this big old giant plate of pasta and fucking like 3 or 4 glasses of wine. And it's like, how are you going to eat that and play? It's what I do every day.
This is normal, you know?
Like, oh
It's
man.
that Eastern European, like, alcohol is just part of the diet. of an
Alcohol and
Eastern
cigs, bro.
Alcohol and smokes are part of an Eastern European diet.
I would have liked to have seen Arvydas Sabonis, like,
Today's game?
not in today's game, but like, I'd have liked to see him get to the NBA before he actually did. Because he didn't really start playing until he was, what, 30?
No, it was later.
Later
That's why I think his kid's going to be so great.
His kid's baller, bro.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, his kid's going to be great. But, like, he models his game after his dad, and his dad would have been so good in today's game.
Yeah. His dad would have been great. I think Vlade Divac would have been.
They both transcended the game.
Yes.
Yeah, Vladdy was just kind of like, why is a big man taking fucking 18-footers right now? And, I mean, Vladdy could do it.
Like,
He stretched the defense
Vlade
out,
could do it.
And
Sabonis could do it.
Yeah.
Tim Duncan could pull you out 10, 12 feet.
Well, that's why I don't get it. It's like people look at Vladdy and say, why are you doing this? And then they, in the same fucking breath, they'll turn around and be like, Tim Duncan's so good.
Lottie was great, man. I loved Lottie.
But, right, doesn't that confuse you, though?
Tim just had.
I'm not saying Vladdy is on the same level as Tim by any means. I don't want that to get twisted.
But Lottie was a great player.
He had a very similar style of game.
Skill set, yeah.
And it's like, but why does Tim Duncan get all that praise?
Tim was better on the defensive end.
Tim was better overall.
Yeah, he was better
probably
overall.
The best power forward to play this game ever, and you could put him in any time era, and and he's gonna fucking kill it.
Yeah,
he's gonna be a Hall of Famer if he played in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s.
Yeah.
Tim Duncan was.
Yeah, he was the best forever.
Yeah. There's not. I mean, you can't even really argue anybody. Like, I could say Nowitzki would be a good one, but he also transcended the game a little bit too because he was the first to do. Yeah, he's the one that everybody wanted after him. It's
Dirk.
Like I need a Dirk here because Dirk is out here knocking down trays.
Dirk is what everyone thought Christian Laettner was going to be.
I mean, that's a very valid point.
I mean, that's kind of what I expected. I mean, you're talking a dude 6'11", can stretch the floor, can shoot threes.
Dirk was so much more athletic.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying he wasn't, but I'm just saying that's
faster,
where it was.
He was quicker. His ability to beat guys off the dribble was different. Christian Laettner could do it in college, and when he got to the professional level, he just didn't have that same it factor.
He kind of struggled with injuries a little bit too.
No, I mean it definitely affected his productivity, and he still had a long year. What, he played 12 years?
Yeah,
in the
no,
fucking
he
league.
was
It
still,
wasn't
he was
like it
still fine.
awful.
He was
Yeah.
still fine.
But he was not who you thought he was going to be, because compared to his college career, which sucks, he
has arguably one of the top college careers ever.
He has the best college career ever. I don't think you can argue it. There's not a better person. Maybe Grant Hill. Oh, his teammate.
Yeah.
Okay. But still, I hate Duke with a passion. You hate Duke with a passion. I hate giving these guys credit. But really, if you go back and look at their career, tell me Laettner, it does not have the best college career ever. And then you got to be your expectations on that next level are going to be so much higher than anybody else. It was unfair to him. You know what? It couldn't happen to a better guy.
Laettner, Grant Hill. Fuck, dude. A guy that probably should be on the list, but never won the championship, Ralph Sampson. Back-to-back National Player of the Year.
He was good. He was supposed to go to Kentucky. Did you know that?
He ended up in Virginia. I wish he'd have went to Kentucky. I'd been a lot happier.
Well, probably won a national title if he went to Kentucky.
I mean, fuck, dude. Patrick Ewing. If you think about it legitimately, I mean, they made it to what? 3 Final Fours and a championship?
He won a title, 84.
Yeah. But they lost 2. They lost to Carolina and lost to Villanova.
83 and 82. Yeah. Oh, no, 83, 85.
It was 80. It was
83, they lost to Carolina.
Yep. 82, they lost to Carolina. 83, State won.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
State, who beat fucking Houston with Drexler and Elijah Wan.
That.
Like a number 8 seed.
Mm-hmm. It was kind of like when UConn won, 10 years ago.
Yeah. With Kevin Ollie?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Anyway.
That should have been number 9 for Kentucky. Yeah, we fucked that one up. But Kimball Walker was just Kimball Walker.
No, well, the one that you guys really should have had, I still
2015, yeah.
I don't know how Wisconsin beats you guys.
You want to know how?
They slowed it down, played Big Ten basketball on you.
We let them dictate the game.
Let them dictate pace
of the game. But the other thing was, you remember the year before.
What? Remind me.
Do you remember Aaron Harrison?
Yeah, one of the Harrison twins.
The 3 buzzer beaters he hit in 3 games in a row.
Yeah.
Guess what one of those teams was?
It was Wisconsin.
Yeah. So, just so you know, they had a lot of ammunition and a lot of bulletin board material going into that game.
Oh, I get it.
The chip on their shoulder was huge. Kentucky couldn't have run into a worse matchup than Wisconsin in this tournament. There was one team that was going to beat them in that tournament, and it was them.
Because
I think if Kentucky would have somehow squeaked that one out, Duke would have stood no chance.
I don't know how Calipari let Wisconsin dictate tempo like that.
Well, he shouldn't have, but I mean, when you go back and look at the way Cal has really run a lot of his offense, I mean, he doesn't adapt to in-game situations.
No, man, you got to change that stuff up. You got to.
But that's the Calipari way. He says it's this way or no way, and that's why Calipari is not as successful as he probably could have been in his career.
Probably should be.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about a guy that probably should have 5 or 6 rings, and he has 1.
Stubborn.
It is stubborn. He thinks he's smarter than everybody else. And granted, in a lot of cases, maybe he is. But the thing is, if you don't adapt and you're not going to make the changes that are necessary or listen to the people that you need to listen to so you can do that, or even relinquish the reins to something like the X's and O's of your offense, then you end up with a career that looks like John Calipari's.
I mean, and
you got to be smarter than that.
We've talked about this as far as Big Ten basketball in that time, and it's still very much kind of the same way. They're very slow paced.
Slow pace,
It's-
defense,
it's
grinds you
Virginia.
out, rebound. It's Virginia. Yeah, Virginia's in the wrong conference.
Yeah, Virginia. That's where they probably should be. Is in the Big Ten.
They would succeed in the Big Ten.
But I mean, it's what it is. And how you beat those teams, it's up tempo. Run the ever living shit out of the
press
ball.
them.
Press, move.
Wear them out to then their defense is worn out by the time you get to the last.
Arkansas's 40 minutes of hell.
Yeah.
It's how you beat them. Like you just do it. Just
But
run. Just run.
But that's the whole thing is when you talk about that 2015 team, you're rotating 5 in, 5 out. You're talking about having the legs to go all fucking game.
Yes.
You have Devin Booker playing 20 minutes a game.
That team
Devin
was loaded,
Booker.
bro. Loaded. I know.
Karl Anthony Towns
I know. That team was loaded.
played 25 minutes a game.
You could have
You
ran
had the Harrison
anybody
twins.
out of the building. You could have went small. Not even play Karl Anthony Towns.
You're right.
You could have went small. You could have went
But
the Harrison twins.
that's
Booker. You
that's-
could have just went small
that's a
and ran the shit out of them.
That's Calipari.
Run the shit out of
Too
them. For,
loyal to some of these guys.
run the shit out of them for 10 minutes, and then you put the big guys in for 5 and just fucking pound the ball down low.
Yeah, well, I mean, because you're gonna have their you're gonna have their little guys in
Foul
Foul
trouble. You're going to have the
trouble
big
at that
guys in foul trouble because you're going to the basket. You're going to the basket.
right, and then you're dominating it. I mean, we're talking about a simplistic solution to what would have worked, and guess who didn't do it? And hey, man, that's his legacy, not mine.
Where's my 5-year, $50 million college coaching thing? I could do this.
Right?
I could do it easily.
I mean, first you got to recruit that talent. That's the hard part. I mean, he got guys.
Recruiting ain't hard now.
No, if you're at the right school and have the
Recruiting's
money.
not hard now.
Recruiting ain't hard if you got the money. I got you. All right. Way off topic, but good convo. I appreciate it.
It's what we do.
But we got one more NBA game to touch on or a series. Celts, Cavs. And I fucking hate Boston, so I love the fact that they kind of fell apart last game.
Dude, where's Jason Tatum?
He disappeared in that last one.
Where is he? He's supposed to be best player on the court, right?
Supposed to be probably the best player in the league at the moment. If you talk about all
He's
around,
top 5. Easy.
I mean, if you're talking about a guy that you're gonna build your roster off of,
Dude's getting a $300 million contract this offseason.
Yeah,
He's getting it.
you gotta be Tatum.
He's
Right?
getting it.
But no, look at the teams that are left. If you're gonna start your roster with anybody, wouldn't it have been Tatum before, say, this series?
Yeah. Tatum, SGA.
Maybe Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards is, whew.
But his name is being made in these playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He's been phenomenal all year, but his name is being made right
His
now.
star power is being developed
His
right
stardom
now.
is blowing up right now.
Yeah, I'm with you all day on that.
Right? We barely touched on Wolves and Nugs. We got sidetracked somewhere.
Yeah.
I think the Wolves come back because you sent it to me, I think, but you saw the post game with Anthony Edwards in that game.
Yeah.
He's like, I sucked. I ain't come with no energy.
I
No
liked
way
it.
we come back.
I
love
loved
that. That's a dog mentality. He's like, yep, that's on me. Put it on me. He said, put it on me.
That is, dude, I bet she comes out balling.
Oh no. Tonight at 8:00,
He's balling.
Anthony Edwards is gonna have 40. I'm about to bet.
It ain't gonna be.
I'm about to put money on and over 40 points for Anthony Edwards tonight.
It is not going to be his fault they lose tonight.
No, it will not.
It will not.
Probably Karl Anthony Towns.
If they lose, it will not be his fault.
No, it won't be. Or Jokic just has some stupid ass game, or Jamal Murray has a stupid ass game.
Jamal Murray's kind of struggled a little bit in this series.
No, but that's the defensive effort that the Timberwolves are putting on him.
Yeah.
They are focusing. They're like, Jokic is going to beat us. Jokic is going to beat us. That's fine. We know he's going to do his thing. So guess who we're going to eliminate out of this series? Jamal Murray. And what have they done well?
They've done it.
They did it well in the last game. They just came up short. Take out Jamal Murray out of this game, and make Jokic be the only one to do it, and they're not going to win. They've proven it. The first 2 games, they smoked Denver. Smoked them.
I do think it's kind of funny that Minnesota is like hardcore, one of the better defensive teams in the league, and they fired a guy as their coach who wanted to make them play defense.
Right.
Which, I mean, I don't understand Tibbs in New York. I mean, is he teaching in Brunson to flop?
Well, I told you, like, that
I like Tibbs.
The poll amongst the players, the least.
Because they expect you to play defense.
The coach that most players don't want to play for, I mean, it was an overwhelming amount. It was like 46% of the players that were polled said Tibbs.
Because he wants you to play. He wants you to play both ways. I don't think that's a bad thing.
I think most coaches want it. I think he stresses it more, and
he expects it.
But we've seen it with the Knicks too. They're also they're playing 7-8 man rotation. Mm-hmm. You can't do that right now.
Yeah, but they're playing. What they're doing is they're trying their best to put their best players on the floor at all times.
Okay, but how often you can't play 48 minutes a game?
Yeah, but there's a lot of teams at this point that are doing that. Except in blowouts like today. There's teams that are doing that. Look how many minutes Jokic is playing. Look how many minutes Edwards is playing. Look how many minutes Karl Anthony Towns is playing. Look how many minutes Rudy Gobert is playing.
Under 40. Or right at 40.
Okay, 40. That's still wrestling 2 minutes a quarter. That's it.
Yeah, but go back and look at what the Knicks are playing.
Because they're missing Julius Randle for one thing.
I mean, but Anunoby is. You saw what happened.
Let's look at the minutes.
Anunoby is not playing right now.
No.
Because of being overworked, and that's what we're talking about. That's what everybody's talking about right now. Is the Knicks are being overworked.
You can't really look at today's game either, because fucking I wouldn't have been playing my guys that much either. When you're getting your smoked like that.
But when you talk about Josh Hart's playing 46.4 minutes a game.
He played 24 today.
Well, obviously, because they got fucking smoked. You can't use today.
Well,
but Jalen Brunson's playing 42 minutes a game. Anunoby was playing 40 minutes a game.
Yeah, but when you're the star of the team, when you're the star, this is the time you should be playing 40 minutes. You should want to be on the court.
I mean, I get it. But the thing is, have we not looked at the Knicks being up 20 at points and times in this series? Why is Brunson? Why is Hart? Why is Anunoby playing? Why is DiVincenzo playing?
I don't know why he's playing, to be honest.
Sit those guys.
That fucker was 3 of 13 today.
Ooh, that's rough. But that's what we're talking about.
They did finish 7 of 37 today from 3-point range, though.
Well, that's better than the 4 of 30 they were at one point.
Yeah, they made 3 more in their next 7 attempts.
That was with bench dudes.
Ooh. McBride went 3 for 11 from 3-point range.
Eey.
Brunson 0 for 5. Hart 0 for 2. DiVincenzo 1 of 6. I mean, that's horrible, right?
I would say, like, imagine if the Knicks had a Julius Randle right now, how good they would be.
They'd be better. They would be better.
Dude, he was the second leading scorer on the team.
Well, a lot of today's loss is also defense played by the Knicks.
Like shit.
The Knicks shot 33% today, almost 34%. They were 30 of 89.
Yeah, that ain't winning you shit.
Pacers, almost 57% from the field today.
Ooh, yeah, that'll kill anybody.
Yeah, you're losing that game. You're losing that game. They shot 45% from 3-point range. They made twice as many threes on 6 less attempts.
Right.
They shot. I mean, that's just what it is. The crazy part is they only shot 8 free throws. Indiana shot 8 free throws.
So is this rigged? It's like, hey, you know what? Fuck you guys. We're going to beat 5 of you and the 3 refs on the floor.
New York shot 31.
You shitting me?
No. I'm looking at the numbers right now.
And they shot 37 threes?
37 threes, 31 free throws. If you look at a team and say, hey, we shot 37 threes.
You ain't at the free throw line 31 times.
That's my point.
Damn, refs were still trying to give them the game. They couldn't do it.
Still trying to give them the game, and they got the wheels beat off of them. Good on Indiana.
Hell yeah.
Good on Indiana.
I hope someone fucking smokes these refs.
Well, I'm looking at like Siakam went 7 of 9. Naismith 4 for 8. Turner 5 for 5 from the field.
Damn, Miles Turner, do your thug thing.
Nimhard 4 of 5. Halliburton was 8 of 15 from the field.
Awful.
No, it's not awful. You're still
Over
more than
50.
50%.
Yeah, it's over 50%.
Topping 6 of 11. I mean, just when you shoot 50 of 88 from the field, compared to 30 of 89.
That's good defense, too.
Yes. That's good defense. We're looking at plus minuses. You know, we talk about that.
Yeah, we're big
Brunson
fan
was
of that stuff.
minus 27 today.
Ugh,
Hart was minus 29.
not good.
DiVincenzo, minus 40.
Ooh.
Like nobody, and yeah, I know they got the wheels beat off of.
Ooh.
Nobody in their starting five was less than minus 22.
Awful. Awful.
And then if you go to the other side, you know, of course, everybody is plus.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, as they should be. But at the
That's
same
crazy.
time, dude, come
What's their
on.
bench look like on the plus minus? Give me their 6 man.
What, on the Knicks?
No, the Knicks.
On the Toppin.
Toppin was probably 6 man for the Pacers.
Oh, it was Toppin. It was Toppin was plus 21 for the bench.
That's awesome.
McConnell, TJ McConnell.
He starts, right?
I guess he started. I don't know.
I think TJ McConnell starts.
Over Halliburton?
No, Halliburton and TJ McConnell start side by side.
Oh, they dual pointing.
Yeah,
Well, anyway, McConnell was plus 27.
that's good.
Shepard for them was also plus 21 off the bench. I mean, that's just crazy.
It's good work. Good.
Well, I
good
mean,
work.
that's how you get. Doug McDermott was minus 6 off the bench for the Pacers. I didn't even realize he was still playing.
Still playing. Get it, son.
Dougie buckets, bro. That just goes to show you how deep the NBA really is.
It is.
Doug McDermott can fucking shoot. Yes or no?
I mean, he used to. I haven't seen him play. I didn't know he was still in the league.
I'm just saying, like, he can shoot, though.
But I didn't know he was still in the league.
He got 12 minutes today. And I'm willing to bet he only got 12 minutes because it was a fucking blowout.
Well, yeah.
But 12?
He averages 4 minutes a game. So, yes, that's why. He averages 1.5 points a game.
But he can shoot. Wouldn't you say he can shoot?
You know the leading scorer on the Pacers is fucking Pascal Siakam.
He's a good player.
No, don't get me wrong. I mean, he's leading the team over Halliburton.
Yeah, but Halliburton is like
I mean,
a stat machine.
9 assists a game.
How many rebounds?
5.2 a game.
Yeah.
1.3 steals a game.
He's a stat filler.
Half a block a game. Yeah.
He's a stat filler. But he's good.
Oh, yeah. No, I get it.
I mean, can't believe they, like, looking at their stats and believing that they won by, 30 is crazy. But to see the fact that they only shot 8 free throws, 8, it's insane to me.
That is wild.
I mean, how many freaking calls? Personal fouls. 25 on Indiana.
Ooh.
12 on the Knicks. 12. God, that's crazy. If I told you that a team had 25 personal fouls and 14 turnovers, would you believe they won by 30 plus points?
No. Obviously.
If I told you they had 25 personal fouls, 14 turnovers, and only shot 8 free throws, would you believe they won by 30-plus points?
It's crazy, right?
God. NBA is definitely trying to get the Knicks in the finals.
They are. They're pushing hard for it.
I'd love to see a Cleveland-Indiana finals. Eastern Conference finals. That'd be fucking great. Cleveland, Indiana, Oklahoma City, Minnesota. You know how mad the NBA would be? They want one of those big markets that they need.
They want the big market.
They want the big market in there. And New York is all they got left, buddy. All they got left.
Dallas is not.
Dallas not a small.
Boston's a big market.
But they want New York. Because
honestly, if you want me to watch as more of a casual fan when the Sixers aren't playing, I want the Pacers or the Cavs against like the Nuggets or the Thunder. Especially Western Conference Finals, give me the Nugs and the Thunder.
Everything that's happening in the West, I'm okay with.
No, I mean, I just don't want the Nuggets to come back out because I've already seen it, you know? The other three, I would be fine with. I mean, I would love for Luka to get a title. Luka deserves it.
I just feel like they're just short a guy.
Yeah.
I think Luka and Kyrie are played fantastic. Don't get me wrong. But I just feel like they're short a guy. They need one more player. One. They need a guy to be the third guy and know that he is the third guy.
I see what you get at, yeah.
I just don't know who that guy is.
That's a good question.
That would be a good place for Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon fits on every roster, apparently, according to Steve.
Nah, just those couple of places. I mean, he's a baller for Minnesota. He's a baller for Denver. He has zero pressure.
I know what you're saying. I do. I really do. I'm just saying it's funny.
I mean, there's other guys.
It's funny.
I mean, put Pascal Siakam in Dallas and say, hey, you're the third guy.
He's the leading scorer of the Pacers. You gonna make him the third? He's the go-to guy.
What's he averaging?
22 points a game.
Yeah, but what's Halliburton averaging? 20?
Right there, yeah.
Okay.
So?
I'm just saying.
You got two guys. This is Halliburton's team. We're not debating that. We're just talking about like Paul Siakam is the point getter. He's the guy.
Yeah, but
he's your scorer. And you're going to say, go be the number 3 on this team.
It takes a guy sometimes doing that.
I know what you're saying. You're not making a bad point, but at the same time, it's like, why would we do that? There's no need to do that. He's the leading scorer of the Pacers that are in the Eastern Conference semifinals. Well, you don't need to do that.
They beaten Boston.
He's certainly better than Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon ain't leading this team in points.
He didn't have to.
He wouldn't, though. That's the thing. If we put him on the Pacers, he's not going to lead the Pacers in points.
Yeah, but just the third option, averaging what, 15? 15 and 9?
I don't know if he's averaged that. Maybe the playoffs. Playoffs?
Oh, get out of here. Oh, I got it, man.
Playoffs? Playoffs.
Aaron Gordon averaging 13.9 and
in the postseason.
No.
Yeah.
Is that what this is? Am I in the postseason?
13. Yeah. Actually, he's averaging 13.9 in the postseason as he did. He has not gotten better in the postseason. He's the same. I like it, though. Yeah, but I mean, he's the number 4 option on this team.
Yeah. He's an inside player.
No, I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I mean, I agreed with you when we talk about him being that piece to other teams. DeAndre Jordan plays for the Nuggets. Did you know that?
I did not.
That is brand new information.
He can't play very much. 11 minutes a game. God, dude, what a waste of a team. When you talk about that. Just think at one point in time, you had Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan, Blake Griffin.
Oh, the Clippers?
And technically J.J. Redick.
Big fan of J.J. Redick.
Dude, he is fantastic as a... I hate him as a player.
Well, as you would. He played for Duke. I didn't like him at Duke, but in the NBA, I was a huge J.J. Redick fan.
Dude, he had a way better NBA career than I ever thought he was going to have.
Dude, he had a phenomenal NBA career.
Only got one dunk ever, though.
So?
One dunk.
Who needs that? Shot lights out from behind the arc.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
We know what J.J. Redick is.
But, I mean, that's just...
I didn't look for him for fucking,
flushing
dunking highlights. I looked for him to beat a dude off the dribble or find himself open in the corner and knock down a three in somebody's face.
The dude that's going to shoot 8 of 9 from 3 and score 24 points.
Yeah, he's just like fucking three-pieced in your face the whole game.
Yeah, but I mean, just that team that wasted talent. Wasted potential.
You know why they did?
Because they can't shoot free throws. You got 2. Why?
Who was their coach?
No, fucking Doc Rivers.
Yep, there we go. Winner, winner. Bing, ding, 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 ding.
I hate that guy.
I know.
He is terrible. I legitimately think. No, here's the thing. I don't think he's a terrible coach. I think he's an okay coach. But I do 100% believe that the Celtics won the championship to spite him, not because of him. The Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett title.
To spite him? I don't think it was in spite of him.
No.
I think the talent level was
I think they didn't need him.
No.
Is what I'm saying.
No, they did everything without Doc Rivers. They were like, you know
Right.
what? Fuck this guy.
Right.
We got it. You know? Doc Rivers is lucky we're here.
Honestly, dude, Rondo was key to that championship.
Oh, absolutely. And it's not like Rondo's the MVP or anything. I mean, KG was definitely that dude.
KG was great. Paul Pierce was great. Ray Allen was great. Rondo
was the glue. Rondo is what, I mean, you needed a distributor on that team for all the talent that was there. And Rondo knew his role and did it well.
Rondo, if you'd have told me Rondo was going to have the NBA career he did,
I would have believed it because I fell in love with him at Kentucky. And watching him play at Kentucky, now granted, it was under Tubby, so it was like, he could have been better elsewhere.
Yeah.
But even watching him, in spite of what Tubby did as a coach, I still thought, I was like, man, he's so good.
Tubby still wasn't a bad coach.
He wasn't, no. I mean, he got the most out of the talent that he had. I will give him that every day of the week.
We're just spoiled, is what it is. We are. Just the teams that we follow, we're spoiled. This is where we're at. And it's just like, it's Carolina, it's Kentucky. Ooh, you pull for blue buds, you know. You expect too much.
We were fortunate enough to be raised as blue blood fans, you know. Thank God I'm not a Louisville fan.
I mean, good God, dude, I could be following my dad's footsteps.
Georgia Tech.
Oh my God. What's sad is how many wins they got against Carolina lately and everything.
Football, basketball, yeah.
God, dude. Irks the shit out of me. Sad part is I tell you every year that's going to be who beats us.
No, you know, but it's because your dad.
That's going to be who beats us. Fucking Georgia Tech.
All right, so back to the Celtics.
Yeah.
All right. Cavs, I mean, granted, they pulled one out, right?
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Man, it goes back to what I said earlier. Where the fuck has Jason Tatum been? What is his issue? What is his malfunction?
I mean, something's got to change, right?
And the sad part is when they win, he plays fantastic. When they lose, he kind of wilts a little bit. I think him and Jaylen Brown both wilt a little bit when they lose.
I mean, yeah, it's not.
I say wilts. Like in the game they lost, where they lost 118-94, Tatum had 25 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. I need you to take the game over. Be the guy that everyone thinks you are.
But it's not. I mean, Jaylen Brown and Tatum have been that guy. That's what you see. Like Tatum last year in every series he was in, that's what he was doing until they met Miami.
Look.
And that was Jimmy Buckets. And I mean, really, Jimmy Butler played better than he's ever played in his entire career last year.
Look at their last couple of postseasons. Look at their record at home. They're like 500 at home in the postseason, where they've been like one of the most dominant home teams all year.
Well, they didn't lose at home this time.
Yeah, they did. They just lost the other night. They lost 118-94 in Boston to tie the series at 1.
I thought it was 2-1.
It's 2-1 now. After the game on Saturday.
Oh, I thought they lost.
They lost Thursday night at home.
You can tell I do not care to watch Boston sports.
I know you hate Boston. I know.
Okay, I thought they lost the first game at Cleveland. So they won one at Cleveland. So they stole one back.
Yeah, they stole one back.
So they're back where they need to be.
They're back where they need to be. But I need them to,
Gotcha.
I need Tatum to, like, I know I want to see him be one of the faces of the NBA like everyone says he is.
But isn't that the way everybody said that about Kawhi, right? Like everybody thought like Kawhi is a face of the NBA, he should be a face of the NBA. And then, I mean, he's just not that personable of a dude, so he's not going to be that guy.
No, I get that part
like
of it.
Jokic,
I get Kawhi's part of it.
Do you think Jokic is a face of the NBA?
Yeah, but I like to hear him talk.
I know, but he doesn't give a fuck about
basketball. He doesn't. I mean, he does to a point.
Like, no, it's seriously like working on a farm for most people. He's like, I come to work, I get this shit done, I go home and I do what I want to do.
Yeah.
He's like,
but
playing in the NBA for Jokic is like you and me going to work at AT&T.
No, I get it. But at the same time, Jokic knows.
He's like, this is a day-to-day job, and it sucks ass, and I don't want to be here.
Yeah, but he also knows because of the NBA, it's allowing him to do.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think most people in that situation would understand it, but he treats it like we treat our everyday job.
Oh, God, yeah.
He treats it like...
I'd rather be playing with horses. I get it.
Right. I'd much rather be planting plants in my fucking farm out here, and I'd much rather be doing day-to-day shit at the house.
I get it. I mean,
it's like me and you. It's like I'd much rather be at home doing laundry instead of being out in the field today. I don't want to do this shit.
I don't want to do this. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But, I mean, they're trying to thrust him into that spotlight because he plays for a legacy franchise. You know what I mean?
Denver's not a legacy franchise.
No, I'm talking Tatum.
Oh, okay. Better.
Talking Tatum.
Yeah, no, you're
There's
right.
a difference between what Jokic is doing in Denver, and Denver's not a legacy franchise.
Okay, I was confused for a second because we were on the Jokic topic.
Oh, yeah, we were kind of...
Yeah, but Tatum definitely does. I mean, you're talking about 17 world championships.
Yes.
You're talking about a team that expects a championship every fucking year they play basketball.
Absolutely.
Which
they do.
I love those expectations from a team because that's what we expect from Kentucky. That's what you expect from Carolina.
Yeah.
You know, as a fan of a team that has such success in the past.
Yes.
The expectations are always the sky. And what's over the sky, you know? I mean, get to the stars. That's what we're talking about.
I mean,
and if you don't have those kind of expectations, it's not worth pulling. And then you can be delusional like Cowboy fans, and then say we're going to win a Super Bowl every year.
That's Yankees fans.
Hey man, I am here just for all that kind of.
And the worst part about it is, in modern era,
I'm throwing digs in, baby.
In modern era, that's Cowboys fans. That's Yankee fans.
Yeah.
That's Laker fans.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm an old school Lakers guy. Like, I was a Showtime Lakers guy. Magic, Kareem, Michael Thompson, Michael Cooper, James Worthy, Byron Scott, Kurt Rambis. I was one of those guys. That's what I grew up watching.
I know what you're saying.
And I love those Boston Lakers finals. I loved it when it was Kobe and Powell against Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
Loved it. Loved it. That's what the NBA wants. NBA doesn't want fucking Indiana, Oklahoma City. In all actuality.
I mean, I don't want that.
But you got a good shot at getting it.
I don't want the fucking Knicks, though. Like, give me Boston. I'll take Boston losing. You know? Actually, I mean, I would take, give me Indiana. Because fuck Boston and fuck New York. I don't want either one of them in there.
Dude, give me Indiana, Dallas.
I don't want to see Jalen Brunson flopping every other time he goes down the floor playing defense. Really, I don't. It's annoying as shit.
It is. I don't like the flop.
I think it should be a foul on the guy that flops. It will stop it immediately. If you flop and it's so egregious that they go back and look at it on tape, you get an offensive foul.
It's kind of like the old school pump fake where you'd have the guy like jump by and then they would jump into it.
Yes.
And then you
can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
I loved it when they changed that rule.
Otherwise, it's an offensive foul. It should be the same thing. And the whole thing is it can be retroactivated. So if the ref doesn't catch it on the floor.
Don't they give them fines for flopping now?
No.
You sure about that?
I'm pretty sure. Because has it stopped it?
No, it ain't stopped it, but
That's
at the same
what I'm
time,
saying.
it ain't stopped the refs from calling it either.
Because when it's egregious, and let's say we go back during a commercial break, and they come down from like New York or whoever's watching the film and says, Jalen Brunson's getting a technical foul or an offensive foul for this flop on this particular play, it'll stop. People will stop flopping. Penalize it. That's how you correct it. Penalize it.
Yeah.
That's a very simple thing to do, especially when it's as egregious as what Brunson's done in this playoffs.
How about teach your refs to know what a flop is and what somebody getting plowed is?
I mean, I agree. Sometimes they're not at the right angle to see it. I think we do give refs a hell of a lot more bullshit than they deserve because they're not at the same angle as us as watching on a television. So sometimes it's not that bad. And then again, don't get me wrong. I mean, we've watched Angel Hernandez make a career out of sucking at refereeing.
Oh, God, yes.
In baseball, he can't fucking call a strike for anything. But neither here nor there. We're talking about the NBA. We see, you go back and you look at everything, and it's like, how'd you miss that call? Because you're standing right the fuck there.
Well, the NBA has 3 officials on the floor.
Yeah, you have them either one on either sideline and one on the in line.
What drives me crazy is when you have the guy on the in line and the guy on like the floor, like closest to you.
The guy farthest away from the play
and the
makes
guy
the call.
furthest away makes the call, who can't even really see the play.
That's when you know the guy's in the pocket. He's like, yeah.
But it happens all the time.
No, but it happens because they're betting.
I mean, that guy shouldn't be making the. If you can't see it, don't call it.
Yeah, I agree.
Let the 2 officials that can see it.
You're not wrong, Steve.
And it drives me crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm with you on the whole it goes back to the entertainment prospect for me, and the NBA is trying to they don't want blowouts, they want close games, they want exciting TV, but sometimes it's not all about that. I mean, Indiana today drugged New York,
and shot 18 less free throws.
A ton less free throws. Shot better from the field.
And the Knicks still shot 33s. That's what's fucking bullshit.
Yes. The refs are trying to help the Knicks. The refs have tried to help the Knicks the entire fucking series. Well, it's been bad.
They did the same shit against the Sixers. I mean, I don't think the Sixers deserve to move on. Don't get me wrong. But there was a lot of calls that were very, very questionable. A lot of flops. and shit that you just don't want to see in basketball, and it's not entertaining. It's not.
You know what?
But you want a big market team. Philly's the big market team you want to promote. I mean, if NBA, if you want to be smart about it, you want to know who's going to travel with the team and give a fuck about the team and watch them every step of the way, it's Philadelphia.
Knicks fans pretty much traveled, bro.
They're good. They're good.
They showed up in Philly.
Yeah, that was one game. It shut down the next one.
Because the Philly ownership bought a bunch of fucking tickets.
2,000 tickets.
Out of 19. That's a chunk.
So, you handed it out to the crowd. Gave it to the people in Philly.
Why ain't Philly fans buying them?
Because we knew we weren't going anywhere.
That's
when the league was against us. We saw the writing on the wall.
Lee wasn't against you. Lee wasn't against you. Fucking Tobias Harris was against you.
Everybody knows Tobias Harris was against us. He's bet against us every game.
Give me $40 million.
It's 0 points in game 6. Thanks, Tobias, you fucking dick.
You give me $40 million, and I'm taking all the unders on my prop bets.
Yeah, go back to Tennessee, you bastard. All right, so wrap up NBA. What do you think we're looking at in the Eastern Conference Final?
Oh man, I still think Boston's there.
I think it's Boston, no question.
I think Boston's there. Indiana keeps playing against Knicks and the refs like they did today. Indiana's there.
Indiana's my pick too. I think.
I mean, they're up 2-1, and it literally has been them playing against.
It's 2-2 now.
It's still they're playing against the Knicks and the refs.
They have been.
And
hopefully, I think we'll see a turn here. And the Knicks get exposed. So I'm going to say Pacers and Boston. Boston beats the Pacers in fucking 4 or 5. I think Boston beats either one of these teams in 4 or 5.
I personally think Knicks are going to end up beating the Pacers in 7.
Okay,
it's gonna be a battle. It's gonna be a grind.
I mean, the series tied 2-2. There's nothing to suggest that they won't go 7.
I think Boston is done, or they should be done playing with Cleveland now. Like, all right, you let them have one.
They're gonna turn around.
Go ahead and finish
this thing in 5.
Finish the thing and rest up,
and then come smash whoever comes out here in the next the finals.
Yeah. I think Boston still smashes whoever comes. I just don't think Cleveland's got enough.
Right.
For Boston. Yeah, they won a game. Good on you.
Yeah, in the West, I'm still going to hope for Minnesota to take over in OKC. Give me Minnesota OKC. I would love it. However, Dallas scares me. Dallas scares me. And you can't count out Denver because you really can't. They won the title last year, right? Minnesota's about to go up 3-1, in your opinion, not mine.
I would take any matchup out of the West. Any of it.
Oh, no, they'll all be good.
I think it would be great.
I just have a preference.
It wouldn't hurt my feelings to see OKC in Minnesota.
I want to see new blood. Let's go.
One of them's got to win.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
technically, it could be Denver.
It could be Denver and Dallas. No. I still think Denver is still in the series.
You think Denver's going to take over and beat Minnesota after Minnesota goes up 3-1 tonight?
We'll have to see.
You said they were going to. You thought Anthony Edwards was going to do enough tonight to get them to 3-1.
No, I think Anthony Edwards. It ain't going to be his fault that they lose tonight. Is what I said.
They ain't going to lose.
That's what I said. It ain't going to be his fault they lose.
Okay, if Anthony Edwards balls out tonight, you think they're going to lose?
I think it's absolutely possible. He could drop 45 and they still lose.
Well, I'll tell you.
Because he's got to have.
I'll tell you what you can do then, sir.
Bet it?
Yeah. That's a sweet same game parlay. I don't know why you ain't on it. Anthony Edwards for 40 plus and then still to lose. Bet it, Mr. Confident.
I'm just saying it wouldn't surprise me.
All right, then just bet it. I'm helping you get back on the betting train.
You just want me to lose.
I do. I need Minnesota to win. I need your hex on it.
I still like. I know that's the way I feel. Fuck it. I'm gonna take Minnesota. You want the hex? There you go.
Don't you put that kind of evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
I'm going to take Minnesota, and I'm going to take OKC.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
I mean, I like all four teams. I like what they've all done.
No, I will be fine with any of them that make it. I have a preference. I want to see some young blood. I want to see the OKC, namely because I'm a big SGA and Casey Wallace fan. I mean, I would love to see them dominate, honestly.
It's not about...
I love Jamal Murray, don't get me wrong. I'm a Jamal Murray fan, too. He's got his ring. Time for some young blood to get some love.
Yeah, but I could see this being the year which both those teams make the semifinals and then potentially lose. And it's not because they're not good teams. It goes back to what you and I talked about to begin with. They don't have that playoff experience, and they're getting it this year. They're getting it. All it takes is 1 year like this, and they're like, you know what? We're right there. We can do this.
Yeah, no,
and then
right.
They come out next year smoking.
I just need my OKC bet to cash. I'd rather have it sooner rather than later.
I got you. I get it. But I mean, it ain't going to hurt my feelings if OKC wins. Ain't going to hurt my feelings if Denver wins. Ain't going to hurt my feelings if Minnesota wins.
There's not a team in the West that it's going to hurt my feelings.
No, it ain't.
I
think they all deserve it.
If the Knicks or Boston to win it all, my feelings would be hurt.
I'd be hurt if the Knicks won it because I don't think they're that great.
They don't deserve it.
I think if they had Julius Randle, I think they'd be in a better position.
Well, then it's more respectable too. Mm-hmm. But I just don't like the flopping shit.
No.
Brunson, like, as much as I want to appreciate his game overall, I still think he's a clown.
The defensive side, he sucks.
He's a clown. No, man, you do this flopping mess, dude, you're a clown. Get the fuck off the floor. I can't respect your game. I respect so many more other players because they don't do that, bullshit on the floor. Mm. All right, overall, who you got in the finals?
Boston.
Yep, I checked. I'm right there with you. I'm going to stick with my same pick. I'm going to say
I'm still going to stick with Boston and Denver.
Okay.
I think I've said that a couple of times.
I'm sticking with OKC. I think that's what I said at the get-go. If I'm not mistaken, it was that or Minnesota, but I'm pretty sure it was OKC.
I just think OKC and Minnesota.
They're young. They're young. I'm just hoping for one. So
I think one of them. It's not going to surprise me if one of them makes the conference finals. It wouldn't surprise me if one of them made the finals. Honestly, if Boston plays at their full potential, I don't think anyone beats them.
If Boston plays to their full potential, they win the East. But I think if you're talking about another team playing to their full potential, no one beats Denver.
I don't think Boston – I kind of think Boston is kind of like not limping through the playoffs, but kind of just, for lack of better wording, they're just kind of dicking around.
Well, they turned it around last game,
then. Yeah, they did. They beat the wheels off of them in game one. Screwed around in game two, and then say, hey, wait a minute. We got to get this back right.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. If they play like they're supposed to play.
No, you're right. I hear you.
What you do over there, man?
My mic stand's got all loose all of a sudden.
You were fucking with shit, wasn't you?
I wasn't trying to. I was just trying to push it forward.
Whatever. That's what you get for dicking around.
You dick around all the time.
All the time, sir.
Jackass.
All the time.
You will miss this putt, you jackass. All right. Well, we can skip baseball. Fuck it.
Hey, baseball's not baseball until July, bro.
You're right. We hit the All-Star break, and then we really get
it's All-Star break, and then
I just do want to throw out there that week over week, the Phillies are still the best team in baseball.
By how much?
Like a whole game right now.
Oh shit! Not a whole game.
But that's all the baseball.
Actually, it's 1.5 games.
Oh, let's go.
1.5 games. How's our lovable
We're talking
losers
about
doing?
the Fightins. The Fightins. Said.
Our lovable losers, man, are in third place. I'm not cool with that.
Who, Oakland?
Apparently, Chicago won some games this week.
They did. They moved up a little bit. I saw
They're
that the other day
6
when I
of
was
4
looking.
in the last 10.
know.
Holy shit.
Fucking Whites- I know. They lost me a bet the other day.
Now the Marlins are the worst team in baseball, which seems about right.
It's weird, though. They usually start off pretty well. But, yeah, that 11 and 31 record is not looking hot, bro.
And
But the White Sox still had the worst run differential in the league with 12 wins.
oof.
But they are 6 and 4 in their last 10. So impressive. 209 runs.
Damn, man, that's fucking.
The Marlins have given up 244 runs on the year, which is awful.
That damn AL Central that you and I have been talking about. Holy snikes, bro.
Telling you, man, you got 4 of the 5 teams murdering it.
Dude, how Kansas City is 25-17, a half game back, and their run differential is plus 49
Yeah,
in third place.
in third place.
That is the same run differential that the first place Baltimore Orioles have.
Yep. I mean, the Yankees have a plus 54, and they're still 2 games, or they're half a game back of the Orioles.
God, man, that's just crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. I'll get more into baseball in July, bro.
I'm already in it, baby.
It doesn't start then. When teams start selling, I want to know when you guys are going to trade for that closer in Oakland.
We are. That's going to happen. That will change the complete.
Apparently, a
outlook
bunch
on
of
the
teams have
season.
already reached out. Nobody has reached what Oakland is looking for.
I figured Oakland would just ask for a fan base.
They got a fan base. They just don't like ownership.
You know what I meant.
Oh, I do know what you mean.
They're just looking for people to buy tickets.
Ain't nobody buying tickets for that.
Now I hear you.
I don't know. I'd probably go see a $4 game
Oh, yeah.
if I had to guess what their tickets are
not?
selling for.
I'll buy the cheapest ticket I can. I'll walk my ass behind home plate because guess who does not care where I sit? Actually, no, we talked about how they did care.
I care a little bit. Let's see if we can find what the cheapest ticket is.
Probably a White Sox game right now.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
That or a Marlins. Although the Marlins Stadium's beautiful. I've been.
Tickets as low as $6 for an Atlanta-Cincinnati game. What the hell?
Where? It's here in Atlanta.
All right. Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. That's a New York Mets Atlanta game.
Oh, in New York.
In New York.
Yeah, that makes sense. Mets suck.
Yeah, they do. They do, sir. God, all these baseball tickets are fucking cheap as hell for tomorrow.
Monday day games.
Every the highest price ticket for tomorrow is $29.
But it's a Monday game.
It's
that's typical.
yeah, but it's
Yeah,
a
Mondays and Tuesdays usually have the lowest price tickets.
It's a Monday game, and it's San Fran and the Dodgers.
That's a good game right there.
Yeah, but it's $29 for that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, cheap seats for a baseball game suck, dude. If it's a day game on the West Coast, they're probably real cheap.
Oakland and Houston is $8.
Well, Houston sucks and Oakland sucks. So that makes sense.
Yeah, but I would pay $8 to go to a game.
I mean, they're 3 games apart right now, both with negative run differentials.
Let's go see. Let's see.
Well, the closest teams to us would be the Nationals, the Braves,
Baltimore's
Phillies,
not far.
the Orioles. That's about as close as we're getting.
Yeah, but you're still only looking at like.
Man, if you're going to take my ass to Baltimore, take me to Philly. I am not going to Baltimore. Fuck that. I do want to go to Camden Yards, and I've been outside of Camden Yards, and
Camden
looks
Yards
beautiful.
is beautiful, bro.
It looks beautiful. I've been outside, have not been in for a game, but I've been around the stadium, and it looks awesome. But have not been inside.
I don't want to go to fucking Shea.
Who wants to go to Baltimore? Baltimore is awful.
Camden's beautiful, though.
Okay.
It's a little slice of heaven in every piece of crapper, bro.
No,
There
Baltimore sucks, dude. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, it does suck. Like I said, there's a tiny slice of heaven in every crappy place.
Yeah.
And Camden is probably it in Baltimore.
Except New York City. Tell me your slice of heaven in New York City.
MSG probably ain't that bad.
I'll give you that.
It ain't that bad.
Billy Joel plays there, so I'll agree.
I mean, it can't be that bad.
I don't like any of the sports teams that play there, though.
I mean, MSG for a Rangers game is probably pretty stoked.
I don't give a fuck about the Rangers.
I'm just saying, I know that. I'm just saying that's probably a pretty high place to be, though.
I know what you're saying.
I'll show you a picture that would prove that MSG would be great for a Rangers game. One picture is all it's going to take.
What, somebody get hit in the face?
No. Come on, you never see two werewolves at the same time.
I see that.
Come on,
Teen Wolf 2 and Teen Wolf with Jason Bateman and Michael J. Fox. Fucking fantastic.
That's great. Come on.
I gotta say, man, what is Jason Bateman doing right now? That beard is fucking hideous.
Living his best life, bro.
I mean, he's living his best life by all means. Like,
I think he's producing a lot more stuff right now.
do better with the beard. Beard game is weak.
My beer game's weak, but, you know, I'm still rolling it.
I mean, I ain't gonna hate on the beard.
You just did.
I mean, I'm not hating on your beard. Sorry. I don't know, man. I just expect more out of Jason Bateman. Not as much out of you, Steve.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I know you're going to be slack, so who cares?
Your beard sucks. No, I'm just kidding. All right, man. Well,
hey, man, I grow a pretty good beard considering I said for years I don't think I could grow one.
No, I mean, for what you said you couldn't do, you're doing way better. I agree. All right, man. Let's wrap this one up. We got another one next week coming at you. We'll talk more about NBA playoffs, be closer to Eastern and Western Conference conference finals.
Yep.
And hopefully we don't really dive in on all our opinions on shit.
That's where we do our best, bro. That's where we do our best.
I love it, man. I'm good with it.
I told you, see.
We stretched it to 2 hours because of it.
That's what I said earlier. Do you remember?
You did? No, we took those Jello shots. It was over. Whoops. Oh, shit. We got to do fucking Fireball.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Maybe we can get out of this one.
We ain't
Maybe
getting out of it. She just heard it.
No, she ain't listening. I lost the bet.
You lost a bet. I didn't.
I don't know you. Somehow you got roped into this one.
I got a smash burger to eat, bro. I'm good.
You're going to be fine. No problems.
No problem.
All right, man. Well, it's been a good week. I appreciate you being here. As always, Steve.
Oh, I love being here, brother.
I appreciate everybody streaming along with us. I appreciate everybody that likes, follows, subscribes, and do all that cool shit on a week basis. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So keep it up.
Now tell 10 of your friends or we'll come murder you.
Oh, is this a chain email or something?
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
Nah, it was a joke, man. Sorry. I tried to make you laugh.
I'm laughing. All right. Well, this has been Just a Bit Outside.
Until next time?
Yeah, man. Next week, we'll get them.
Maybe. Deuces. Bye.